In the world of rap, life can be as short as the stories that songs tell. For some rappers, their last recordings capture moments that are unsettling, almost as if they knew the end was near. One rapper's final lyrics seemed to predict his death. Another's life was cut short right in front of his family, with every haunting second captured on camera. These aren't just stories. These are real moments, preserved in disturbing final recordings that leave us wondering what they knew and what we missed. So, let's uncover the stories behind these rappers' most disturbing last recordings. Number 1. THFTP. Our list starts with a Chicago rapper named THFTP, whose final moments became some of the most chilling captured. On February 8, 2024, THFTP was doing something every parent does. He had just picked up his daughters from school and was walking with them down a street on Chicago's west side. He was accompanied by a woman, believed to be his girlfriend. But what began as a simple walk quickly turned into a nightmare. Suddenly, two shooters pulled up beside them and began to open fire. The attack was swift, brutal, and relentless, with over 20 rounds fired at THFTP. His daughters, watching their father lose his life, ran away, screaming and terrified. The shooters sped off, leaving behind a scene of horror. But the tragedy didn't end there. Not long after THFTP's death, rivals started posting videos of the incident online. One of his rivals, 051 Jilla, even posted on Instagram taunting, "I don't want to hear none of that crying about that video. When my video was going around, it was on every page." This tragic ending wasn't just about losing a life. It served as a harsh reminder of how violence doesn't just affect individuals, but also leaves a trail of trauma for loved ones left behind. Number 2. Jay the Youngin. The story of Jay the Youngin is as eerie as it is tragic, marked by an unsettling sense of premonition. Just a day before his death, on July 26, 2022, Jay the Youngin posted a snippet of a new song he'd been working on. In it, he rapped, "In my sleep this get creep, to my ops come and run down on me." The words seemed hauntingly close to what would happen to him less than 24 hours later. On July 27, 2022, Jay was outside a home in Bogalusa, Louisiana, spending time with his father and enjoying some drinks. But their quiet evening was shattered when a truck suddenly pulled up and 3 men jumped out, guns in hand. The men opened fire, and Jay's father tried desperately to shield him. But then, 2 more shooters emerged from behind the house, trapping them. As bullets flew, Jay was hit at least 8 times, and by the end of the ambush, he was tragically pronounced dead at the hospital. The news sent shockwaves through the rap community, and fans were left reeling from the loss of Doria Scott, known to the world as Jay the Youngin. His family later spoke out, demanding justice as they mourned a son, brother, and friend who had been violently taken. What made his death even more unsettling was the eerie coincidence of his lyrics, a chilling reminder of how art can sometimes reflect the darkest parts of reality. Number 3. XXXTentacion. XXXTentacion, the rapper known as X, had a life marked by highs and lows, but his final days were overshadowed by a haunting sense of impending doom. He had often spoken about dying young, and those closest to him recall conversations where he seemed to accept it as his fate. In a phone call with Adam22, a friend and fellow artist, X speculated he might not live past 25, saying, "Probably like 25. I don't think they'll want me to be alive while my kids are alive. If we're both around, I'll just rule the earth." On June 18, 2018, just hours before his death, X went live on Instagram to talk to his fans, delivering a message that now feels almost like a farewell. "Worst comes to worst, I die a tragic death. I want kids to get my message." Later that day, X went to a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida, accompanied by his uncle. They were browsing motorcycles when 4 men reportedly spotted his car outside and decided to rob him. Security cameras caught the men as they entered the dealership, even walking past X while he was checking out a bike and buying black masks to conceal their faces. After leaving the dealership, X's car was blocked by the men, who then robbed him of a Louis Vuitton bag containing $50,000 cash. As his uncle ran for help, X was left alone with his attackers. In a devastating turn, one of the men shot X 6 times, ending his life. The haunting part is that X seemed to have predicted his own death, feeling as if a tragic end was inevitable. His final Instagram live now feels like a premonition, an inescapable fate that had been chasing him, and in the end, caught up to him. Number 4. The Mississippi Rapper. A rapper from Mississippi, who was quickly rising in the local rap scene, found himself in an almost surreal, terrifying moment while live streaming on Facebook. During the stream, he proclaimed, "I'm the hardest from Mississippi," expressing a confidence that would soon turn into tragedy. He also made a chilling remark about his home state, saying, "Mississippi is cursed." His words carried a weight that would soon become disturbingly real. Not long after making this declaration, shots rang out on the live stream, forcing the rapper to flee for his life as viewers watched in horror. The terrifying live stream was a brutal reminder of the dangers he rapped about and lived through, a prophecy turned reality that seemed to solidify the very curse he'd spoken about. The stream continued capturing the chaos, creating a scene that was as disturbing as it was heartbreaking, leaving fans and viewers shaken as they witnessed a dark turn in real time. For this rapper, his words were not just lyrics, but a grim reality, a live-streamed moment that showed the harsh and often fatal world he was trying to rise above. Number 5. Wavy Navy Poo. Now this situation is even crazier because a rapper from Florida known as Wavy Navy Poo got hit up while driving with his family. Wavy came up in Liberty City, a neighborhood in Miami where he was surrounded by violence and criminal activity. In an interview, Wavy once mentioned that it felt like every week, someone he knew got killed. Once he started doing well with his music, he began dealing with hatred and jealousy from people around him. In May 2020, Wavy was chilling with some of his partners until some of his ops pulled up and started shooting at the group. Wavy was hit in the leg, but he survived and even fired back in self-defense. The police ended up using this situation to link Wavy to a string of shootings in the Miami-Dade area from the previous year. However, it wasn't until January 14, 2022, that Wavy experienced a disturbing situation that would change his life forever. Wavy was riding around Miami in his black Toyota Camry with a woman and 2 kids. The 4 of them came to a stop at a red light when a gray car pulled up next to them and let off 80 shots into the car, killing Wavy. The woman and the 2 kids came out uninjured, but they were traumatized by the horror they had just witnessed. The sound of gunshots was even captured on a dash cam recording from a nearby officer's vehicle, which made the incident all the more disturbing. Number 6. King Vine. This rapper's situation is even more disturbing because he went on Instagram Live and basically dared his ops to come after him. A Florida rapper named Roy Bands openly dissed his enemies on IG, and within minutes, he met a tragic fate. On July 22, 2022, Roy got on IG and called out his rivals, saying, "A lot of y'all know where I live at for real. I sleep in peace. If you want smoke, I'm at my crib in 5 minutes." Just 5 minutes later, he was outside walking his dog when a shooter drove up, let off shots, and hit him. Roy tried to escape, but the gunman chased him down, firing 13 rounds and hitting him in the body and back of his head. He was rushed to the hospital but was tragically pronounced dead. Just minutes after daring someone to come for him, he became a victim in front of his own apartment. Authorities found Roy, in his 20s, shot dead in the parking lot of the IQ apartment complex on Bruce B. Downs Boulevard. But now, let's move on to King Von, who, moments before his death, had one last recording on IG Live. Everyone noted how the live stream felt off. King Von was acting unusually quiet, just sitting in the club and staring at the camera, not saying much at all. Then, things got even stranger as people in the comments began spamming "Ripe Uzi," even though Uzi wasn't dead. Not long after going off live and leaving the club, Vaughn spotted Quando Rondo nearby and decided to confront him. Without hesitation, Vaughn ran up to Rondo, starting a fight that escalated quickly as both sides drew guns. Durante Rondo's friend, Lul Tim, fired a shot that would ultimately end Vaughn's life. After his death, Vaughn's manager, 100K Track, explained in an interview with DJ Academics that Vaughn hadn't been in the right state of mind that night. His security and friends were caught off guard by his actions, and he seemed to act on pure instinct, unaware of the full situation. This explanation adds a disturbing layer to his final IG Live, like he was unaware of the danger surrounding him, leading to a fateful encounter. Number 7. Indian Red Boy. Next, we have one of the most disturbing situations ever caught on live. Indian Red Boy, a rapper and gang member from California associated with the Inglewood Bloods, known for his ongoing beef with the Rollin 60s Crips. The tension between these gangs escalated when a member of the Inglewood Bloods defaced Nipsey Hussle's mural, tagging his name over Nips in a blatant act of disrespect. Members of the Rollin 60s didn't take this lightly, releasing a video saying that if the Bloods didn't handle Capone, the one who defaced the mural, they would handle it themselves. "You got an issue coming, and your own homies are going to beat the brakes off of you," one of them warned in the video, making it clear that retaliation was imminent. Not long after, Indian Red Boy defended Capone's actions and continued to diss the Rollin 60s on social media. But this bold defiance came at a deadly cost. Indian Red Boy was chilling in his car, laughing with Capone on Instagram Live, when suddenly, gunshots rang out in the background. Capone, unaware of the danger, asked Red Boy, "You ain't got nothing on you right now?" Moments later, Indian Red Boy was gasping for air, and Capone, panicked, asked for his location, but all Red Boy could manage to say was Hawthorne before he passed away. This incident left many to believe that it was direct payback for the Nipsey mural defacing, but some argue it was the result of other ongoing gang issues, as rumors spread that Indian Red Boy had allegedly switched gangs. Regardless of the motive, his last moments captured on IG Live are deeply disturbing. Number 8. Fat G's. And in a similar tragic case, we have Fat Geez, a rapper from Philadelphia whose last moments were also caught on camera, but this time, it was his own doorbell camera that recorded his final seconds. Known in the Philly rap scene and even associated with Meek Mill, Fat Geez was starting to gain recognition in the city. He had aligned himself with a local gang called Zoo Gang, and as tensions escalated, his family began to feel the pressure. One day, his rivals targeted his family by shooting up his mother's house. He later recounted the incident in an interview, saying, "My little brother got shot, bro. I dropped back to the basics. I was shaking, bro." Just 2 days after dropping a new album, his enemies retaliated by firing shots at his home. On March 17, 2024, the situation reached a horrifying peak. Fat Geez was outside his mom's house when he noticed someone acting suspiciously on his Ring camera. Concerned, he approached the person, hoping to prevent another shooting. "What's wrong with you?" he asked, knocking on the door and asking who they were looking for. The person told him to go ahead while on a phone call, hinting that he was about to set fire to Geez's car. Fat Geez continued questioning him, but without warning, the man pulled out a gun and opened fire, killing Fat Geez in front of his own house. The doorbell camera captured the terrifying incident, showing how an ordinary moment turned deadly. But this tragic string of live-streamed deaths doesn't end here. Another local rapper was recently on IG Live, sitting in his car with his family, casually vibing to music when everything went wrong. Suddenly, someone opened the car door, dragging him out and firing several shots as his girlfriend screamed, "Oh my God, oh my God!" The chaos unfolded in real time, a stark reminder of how fast a life can be taken, especially for those involved in the dangerous world of gang affiliations. These live-streamed moments serve as grim warnings, showing how a person's status, whether on the streets or online, can lead to fatal encounters. But for some, the danger doesn't just end outside. Rappers face similar threats behind bars, as Money Sign Suede lost his life in prison, and another rapper narrowly avoided being stabbed. In simple words, the rap world is full of dangers and cautionary tales. It's both a blessing and a curse at the same time. While some may find fame and fortune, others end up losing their lives in the pursuit of success. So, what do you think about these last recordings of rappers? Did they really know it's the end? Well, let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for awesome content like this.